The lavish opening ceremony for the FIFA World Cup 2022, which Qatar is hosting, took place on November 20. The Oscar-winning actor Morgan Freeman and Qatari social media personality Ghanem Al Mufta hosted the ceremony, which was a star-studded event held in Al Bayt Stadium in Qatar. Ghanem Al Mufta delivered a message of inclusivity before the Holy Quran was recited. In addition, Jungkook, a member of the South Korean boy band BTS, gave a World Cup performance of his solo hit, Dreamers. The ceremony came to a successful conclusion, as Qatar and Ecuador played in the opening World Cup game. FIFA World Cup has begun in full, with 65 scheduled games between a total of 32 countries at 8 locations in Qatar. 1. The 2022 FIFA World Cup will be hosted in the first Middle Eastern and Muslim nation. With a population of 2.8 million, Qatar became the first Muslim-majority nation in the Gulf to host the FIFA World Cup. Back in 2010, Qatar defeated the USA, Japan, South Korea, and Australia to win the right to host the World Cup. 2. Pakistan's participation in the 2022 World Cup. Despite not participating in the World Cup, Pakistan has still contributed significantly to this year's competition in 2 different ways. The production of around 1/3 of the total quantity of the Al-Rilla ball, which will be used in World Cup matches, is the responsibility of Pakistan. These balls were produced by Forward Sports, a Sialkot-based business. 3. Quranic readings during the opening ceremony. The Holy Quran's verses from Surah Al-Hujurat were recited before the World Cup 2022 began. Influencer from Qatar named Ghanem Al Mufta uttered these verses. "O people! In order for you to get to know one another, we fashioned you into different races and tribes from a man and a female. Before Allah, the most upright of you is the finest." 4. Qatar's inaugural entry in the competition. Qatar's national football squad will be competing in the World Cup for the first time in 2022 thanks to the host nation's automatic qualification. Qatar, however, is the first nation to lose its opening World Cup game. 5. The inaugural Winter FIFA World Cup. CNN claims that this is the first time the World Cup has been hosted in November and December as opposed to May, June, or July. This is a result of the harsh weather in Qatar in the summer. Despite having milder temperatures in November, all 8 of Qatar's stadiums are fully air-conditioned. 6. The World Cup has barred Russia from participation. Despite having hosted the previous World Cup in 2018, FIFA has prohibited Russia from taking part in this year's tournament as a result of its invasion of Ukraine. 7. There is no alcohol available in the stadiums. Just 2 days prior to the start of the tournament, Qatar modified its rules regarding the sale of alcohol to spectators. However, despite being highly controlled in the Muslim nation, alcohol was planned to be provided in select locations within stadiums, according to the BBC. 8. World Cup controversies involving Qatar. Regarding the 2022 World Cup, there have been numerous problems surrounding Qatar. First of all, it has come under fire from the public following reports that 6,500 migrant laborers, including those from Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, perished while working on the stadiums in Qatar. Furthermore, there has been discussion about Qatar's position on the LGBTQ movement in international forums. 9. The opening ceremony was not shown by BBC. British news source. The fact that BBC chose not to broadcast the opening ceremony resulted in strong criticism of the publication. This is the first time that a major worldwide event has occurred without being covered by BBC. 10. Is this Messi and Ronaldo's final World Cup? The sad news is that football giants Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, who are probably the most polarizing players in soccer history, will likely play in their final international competition at this year's FIFA World Cup. Louis Vuitton posted a picture of the stunned fans on its Instagram as a homage to both football players. And for the end, one more thing, Qatar is now officially the first host team in the World Cup history who lost a opening game. Qatar lost their match against Ecuador, and set forgettable record. Thank you for watching. If you want to see this kind of videos often and you like the content, please like and subscribe.